Hello, Vladimír.
Hi, Izzy, ciao.
Welcome to this interview. Thank you so much for coming.
I'm
Uh,
very happy that you invited me. Thanks for.
and our honored guest today is Vladimír Váchal. And I see behind you two very beautiful pictures. Can you tell us more about it, please?
Thanks a lot. I have been painting canvases for more than 15 years, and it's kind of a hobby I had. In Corona times, it became the main income for me because they are kind of a popular. People like it, and they love to have one in their places. So I'm really happy that it just go well, and I'm painting a lot of canvases these days, and that's the way of my life during the Corona time.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. My next question, can you introduce or briefly tell us what you do and something a little bit more about yourself?
It's a bit complicated question for me to answer because my life been changed so much since the Corona pandemic came to this world. But before, I used to be, and I'm still am a tour guide in Iran, and there's someone who speaks many different languages. For me, it's a bit difficult right now because most of the time I stay just home and I don't have a time to practice well, and I don't like these Skype or Zoom conversations. So normally I don't connect with anyone, just when someone asks me, as you did. And so I used to be, or I still am. That's kind of controversial for me because I don't do it for more than 1 year right now. Yeah, but I'm Iranian, like Farsi, Czech translator, interpreter is better to say. And I used to guide many tours through the world, not just in Iran, but the whole Middle East, even in India or Caucasus, like Armenia, Georgia, these countries. So I've been traveling for more than 15 years, and most of the time I travel as a guide, and I had a group of people, tourists, who just follow me, and I show the different countries to them. And right now, it's about a year I start a new job, and I work in a moving company. It's a different style of life, but I like it. It's fine. It's something new, and I'm happy that I have a job which is kind of comfortable for me, and it's a physical work. So that's something what helps me to keep mentally health.
And if you can mention one thing from the past which you are proud of and you are happy about that you did, what could it be? Would it be one thing that you are proud of to have achieved in your life? Could you share
Oh,
with us?
there is a lot of things actually, and I'm really proud of myself that many times where there was a decision, so I decided to do that, and now I can say that I'm really happy for all the experience I got. But probably the biggest achievement is kind of funny because it was a trip to Antarctica, which was like pretty touristic. I just pay and they show me that place. They took care of me, and it was a very good care, and everything was very well organized. So it wasn't actually somehow my skills. No, it was just the participation of the trip. But I'm proud that I did the decision because the trip was kind of expensive, and on the other hand, it was like really far away, and I wasn't sure if I'm gonna like it or not because it's mostly about the snow and or the ice glaciers and these things. But I decided to go, and it's now around 2.5 years ago I went there, and I have to say that was the best decision in my life that I decided to go for this trip. And actually, you surprised me because you didn't tell me this interview going to be in English, and I didn't expect it. But I really like languages, even in English. But I need some time to get my mind set in English. So I'm really somehow, how to say that? Probably the best way would be like, I'm not very proud about this interview right now because I have already heard the many grammar mistakes I did. So sorry for that.
No, 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 I didn't hear any. I'm an English teacher and I heard only one small grammar mistake during the whole interview. So I think you are just doing well, very fine.
Thank you.
And it goes naturally. And my next question is about the future plans, your visions for the future. Can you reveal a little bit to our listeners, to our audience about your future plans? And then I maybe add something after you that I know something
Okay,
about.
so for an audience, I would say they are going to be a bit sad because my future plans are not about something special. I decided to have a family life and I would like to settle down, calm down, and stay at home and just go by the normal life because all the crazy things I did were really perfect. I really enjoyed it and it was great. But now is the time to change the life. And coronavirus somehow helped me and pushed me by this way, and I'm satisfied with it. Of course, I would love to travel. The traveling is like deeply in my heart, and I'm gonna follow it. And there is a lot of countries I have never visited. I wish to visit them for sure, especially in the Central Africa or Asia. So probably if everything's will go well, I will go for some trips once or twice per year. But for sure, it won't be the same situation how it was before the Corona time. Like I spend most of the time in abroad. Like I mean, like for example, from 1 year, more than 250 days were abroad and the rest was in Europe, not just in Czech Republic. So it was really crazy, but I really like it and I enjoy it. And let's see what's going to be the next. But for sure, I have to do some trips to Iran because I have many people who ask me to guide them and show them this beautiful country. So I promise it. So for sure, I have to do it. So there should be about like 4 or 5 trips to Iran as a guide. And of course, I have that big project with Iranian vintage car called Paykan. Probably you heard about it. And I have to bring it to Czech Republic because I want to say that and I want to like do it to finish it and bring the car. So that's the main project I have to finish. And that's it. I have many dreams, but I don't have enough power as I used to have before to do it. And my life, how to say it, like preferences became different than they used to be.
Definitely. If you have any questions for Vladimir, just write under this interview, write them, type him, and he will be more than happy to answer those questions. My last question was, didn't you write any book about this?
Yeah.
What is the English? Do you know English? Because I was struggling. It was very hard for me to translate it from Czech. Do you know English name?
Yeah, I had it in my mind. I just can't get it right now. Wait a second, maybe I will get it.
Something conscious?
No, it was like there was a word bizarre, because it's actually the word which can characterize the book quite well, but bizarre or limit or something like that. No, I can't get it on my mind, but
this is okay. No problem. No problem.
Yeah, it could be. The whole book, and I'm so happy that you mentioned it because at first it's a good commercial for me, and second, I'm really happy that you got interested in it. I don't know if you read it or not, but it's a 77 stories from all around the world, and some of the stories are funny, some of the stories are mostly described or they are describing the places or situations. So it's a mix of everything. And these 77 stories are just the half of my best stories, which happened to me during the traveling. And I'm going to write a second book. And that's probably going to be all because I want to write just 2 books. And in the future, maybe if the situation would be fine and I would love to and people would like it, so I will write even more. But I just started the second book a few months ago, and probably the next year going to be completed, and hopefully I will be able to publish it. But it's all about traveling, and there is more than 110 photos. So people who like the short stories with 1 or 2 illustrated photos would probably like the book, so I can recommend it by myself as well.
Thank you. If you would give my last question for this interview today is if you get one takeaway message for our audience, one takeaway important message, what would you say?
I would say like give a chance to Iran. Is a country which is like usually described as a danger country, or the country which is not very friendly to foreigners, which is definitely not true. And it's called the truth is completely the opposite. So everyone who have visited Iran, I would say that really everyone could say that he expects something bad or he was scared a bit, and at the end he found out that it's completely different. Media or different like newspapers or magazines interpret it. It's not about nuclear weapons, it's not about terrorist organizations and these things, because when you go to Iran as a tourist, the only thing which you will find out everywhere behind every corner is very warm welcome and hospitality from Iranian people, and it's something what definitely take your heart. So yep, let's do a big commercial for Iran. That's my message.
Thank you very much, Vladimir. How do you say goodbye in Persian? How do you say that?
There is many different ways, but the most popular one is Khoda Hafiz.
Khoda Hafiz. Thank you for this interview and good luck. Bye.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.